Hey everyone, this is Nitro. So I hit level 55 today, which means my characters are now level 56, and I figured this is a good time to challenge the Dark Dragon level 60 version. And I especially want to clear this one because the Dark Dragon drops weapons, and it's an exclusive drop for weapons, and weapons is just, in my opinion, the most important item in the game for your characters. Well, weapons and accessories, I should say. So, in any case, I just really need to get more weapons. Better weapons for my characters. So I really want to grind out this dragon today if I can, and fight it as many times as possible. So, with that said, I am going to challenge the level 60 version, and let's see if I can beat it. So, let's begin. So, the Dark Dragon mechanic is pretty interesting. He, let's see. Let's bring up his stats quickly. For the Dark Dragon, after 9 turns, his attack increases significantly. So, I believe on turn 10 or turn 11 is when his attack jumps dramatically and he does a lot more damage. So basically, you really have to pile on damage before that activates. Because once that activates, your character's just going to die one by one. So that means you need to rush through these monsters. One key point I should say, is how quickly you can get through these monsters and start attacking the dragon. So to that end, my party is going to be Bozel. His skills are going to be his faction buff and Dark Reaper. So that way he can faction buff himself and use Dark Reaper attacks on the dragon. Next up is Leon. Leon's been my main physical DPS character this whole game so far, so I always bring him. Ledin is here to tank these hits and hopefully wipe these guys out. And Liana and of course Tiaris are always around. Liana's the healer. Tiaris is here to apply additional damage buffs for Leon. So this is my party. You know, if you had a flying Ultimuller, if you had a well-equipped Cherry, you could probably replace Tiaris with them and they could help with the attack. But since I don't have either of those options, I am using Tiaris. So, with all that said, let's begin the fight. And the first turn is always the turn where you're just getting ready. It's because everyone needs to do faction buffs and they can't really fight on the first turn. So, yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna group everyone up and that's it. So, faction buff. Liana has nothing to do. I could apply prayer, but I actually don't. I suppose I could apply prayer. Yeah, might as well. So that's what she's going to do. Apply prayer. Let's continue to move my other characters then. Let's use faction buff on Bozel, so he benefits. And that way his intelligence is now up to 749, which is sweet. Leon has nothing to do. So he ends his turn. We're going to move Tiaris. And now we can apply Miracle or Attack Blessing. I'm not sure it matters, to be honest. But let's do Attack Blessing first. And do Miracle next. That way I can time the Miracle to last longer for my other characters. And then, yeah, I mean, I'm going to be using a Gain next turn, so I might as well use Prayer for this turn. On Liana. So that's it. Everyone's moved. It's just the setup turn to get everyone ready to fight. Alright. So it's also a good thing I saved the Miracle, because now I can heal everybody up with that ability. So these two, you can see, are out of the fight. I actually think I want to bait one of them in, so we'll see. So let's start off with Miracle. Get everybody healed up. And now Leon will do his assault. And he has Miracle and Attack Blessing, so I'm actually not going to use Chivalry. It would be wasting them if I use Chivalry, because it would reduce their cooldown by 1. So let's attack with the skill and see how much damage I can do. Not quite enough to kill, but a good amount of damage nonetheless. So let's see if I can get the full charge distance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can place. Yep, Leon right there. Next is Ledin applying Divine Guard. And now we will move Liana to use again, so that Leon can attack the second time. And there is still Miracle in Attack Blessing, so again, not using Chivalry. So neither target actually died, but they were both severely damaged. And so I'm going to take Bozel to attack the weaker one with. I don't even need to use Dark Reaper. I think I'll just actually, in that case, I can Dark Reaper the stronger one and make sure I kill it. 749, 553, yeah. That should be enough damage. There we go. So, by positioning him here as well, the Gargoyle can attack and let him do a counter attack. Some good damage on this Gargoyle. This vampire bat should die. Yep. So Ledin will actually crush, I believe, these two targets next turn. I don't really need to attack them. So let's get moving to attack the Demon Knight. And that's what Leon's gonna do. So let's take a look. Ledin will guard. I should heal Leon to get rid of that debuff as well. So there is that. Well, that's what Tiaris can do. So let's move Ledin first. He's still protecting Tiaris, we can see. Next, let's have Tiaris heal Leon to get rid of his debuff. The attack debuff. There we go. Remove. Now let's move Leon to attack that Demon Knight. We will use Chivalry this turn, just so we can get the distance to attack it. Not enough to kill, but it just means he's going to suicide charge into Ledin. We'll move Liana now to heal up. Heal up Ledin. I was trying to see if there was a way for me to heal up Bozel, but it doesn't seem to be. So Bozel's just going to attack with his current hit points and use the Dark Reaper and maybe kill off the Gargoyle. Close, not quite, but he heals up. And now Ledin will do 3 counterattack strikes, and he will kill 2 of the targets that he faces, I believe. There's number 1, this is number 2. And here's number 3. There we go. Leon will continue his assault on the North people. But first, let's use Attack Blessing on him. That way I can guarantee that he kills off this guy, which is... Because if I quickly show you, he has 7,000 hit points and another, you know, it's close to 14,000 hit points. I'm not sure Leon with a regular strike can kill that off. But with the Attack Blessing, he definitely could. So we'll move Tiaris up and Attack Blessing. Ledin could continue to just tank the hits while we move north. Because as I keep saying, the rush is to kill the Dark Dragon. It's now that it's only down to these 2 monsters, I can just let Ledin continue to slowly tank those hits. So I will start turning on the Danger Zone now, because I need to know where I can place my Leon against that dragon once this guy is dead. There we go. Okay. So Ledin? Yeah, okay. So that's fine. I mean, I can really leave him here because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the full charge distance for Leon next turn. So we'll do that. Ledin moves up. Liana moves up and heals Ledin. So I'm kind of ignoring this guy and just letting deal with it. Everyone else just keeps moving up to fight the dragon. We're under a severe time constraint for this battle, so it will be Ledin's job to kill off this guy. Otherwise, I'm basically ignoring him. Faction buff wears off, but I can Divine Guard. And now this is the interesting question. Do I Divine Guard first? Because his stats will drop. His defense and magic defense are both gonna drop once the faction buff wears off. Well, let's see. Or I can leave him alive for another turn. You know what? I guess I will. So let's use Leon to attack and retreat. Oh, I have a game as well. So, in any case, this is the obvious move, so I'll do it first, which is Leon attacking. I need to apply as much damage as possible onto this dragon before he gets his attack buff. What is next? We have... Yeah. Alright, next up is... I'm going to Divine Guard. Yeah, that's my decision. And the reason is so he can protect Tiaris. So, Divine Guard first. But then the question is, I don't think if I do that, he can survive an attack from the dragon as well as an attack from this gargoyle. Let's see. So I'm having a little bit of a problem here right now. Well, let's see. He's unlikely to attack Leon because he's probably going to target one of these mages. So I can take advantage of that by leaving Ledin where he is. Yeah. So I will Divine Guard. But where I'm standing right now. That way he won't tank the hits the dragon does on Leon. Next, I'm going to move Bozel up to faction buff himself. So that Bozel's away from the attack range of this gargoyle. These two will have to stay in range of Ledin's guard. So I can use a gain on Leon, so Leon gets another attack on the dragon. Tiaris really has nothing to do. So she'll just heal up Liana. And then Leon will attack the dragon one more time. And then let's see, Ledin protecting the two healers. Let's see. This is just... wow, it's getting interesting. Gargoyle's still alive, annoyingly enough. Divine Guard is still active for one more turn, so it's okay. I can activate his faction buff, and that'll be fine. And Liana can pray her up to heal up everybody. Okay. So, let's have him faction buff. Let's have Liana apply prayer now. Good enough. And the attack on the dragon with Dark Reaper from Bozo. Every bit of damage helps right now. Turn 6, I have quite a few turns to apply damage before he gets his attack buff. So by leaving this Gargoyle alive, it's been annoying, it's been a challenge to deal with him, but it's allowed me to attack this dragon much earlier. So, let's Chivalry up. And let's assault the dragon with Leon. Alright. It's looking good. Uses his AoE attack. Interesting. Well, the character order is now correct. The lineup, the way they're arranged. So Ledin's, Ledin, Liana, and then Tiaris. So Ledin moves up a little bit. Bozo just took that AoE attack, so he has to retreat. Liana, she can only heal this turn. Tiaris. Attack Blessing or Miracle? That's the question. Attack Blessing because it does more damage. So, apply Attack Blessing on Leon. Let's use Assault again. And we'll move back. And Liana, she can only heal, so let's get Bozo up to health again so he can continue his attack. Right. So now Ledin is guarding Leon. Turn 8. Let's Miracle up. Yep. Miracle. Now, and send Bozo forward to throw down the fireball. He actually took more damage than I thought with Miracle applied, so that might not have been the best move. But in any case, let's retreat. Guard. Again. Leon with a second strike. And back. Let's see who he targets. Okay, he decides to kill Bozo. But Bozo actually survives because of Miracle. Miracle's effect of reducing the damage he takes by 15% kept Bozo alive. So that was a big deal. Bozo retreats and uses his faction buff again. Leon. I'm actually going to move forward one tile. Or 2 tiles. Nope, never mind. I'm going to continue to attack. This is it's late, but I'll mention this after the video. Let's see. There is an improvement that I noticed I could have made, but it's too late now for this run. So I'm going to use Leon, and I'm going to Chivalry again. And we're going to attack. The skill. the dragon's already very close to dead, which is good. Because it's turn 9, so I might be on track to kill him before he even gets that rage state buff. What can I do? Not much. Let's just heal up. Yep. So end their turns. Ledin continuing to tank the hits for Leon, so Leon can attack at full health constantly. And we're going to send Bozel in with a Dark Reaper. And that Dark Reaper will heal him up to full health. In many ways, if Clocks activates, it's very convenient because I can keep throwing Dark Reapers. That way Bozel can keep attacking. Without Clocks activating, it is a bit more annoying. He has less attacks. So there is some RNG aspect in applying damage right there. Okay, moving on. Attack Blessing, perfect. I can attack Blessing Leon. So everything stacks. He has his additional damage buff along with attack Blessing. There we go. Another 22,000 damage. Dragon is nearly dead. Action buff. And I could use Prayer this turn, but I'll hold off because I may need the Prayer to heal up Bozel. So let's do a regular heal instead on Ledin. Again, he uses his AoE attack, but that was actually able to one-shot Bozel this time because he has his attack blessing. It's turn 11, so yeah. So on turn 10, he got this damage dealt thing. And there's actually a... This is actually I guess, typo. It's damage dealt plus 200%, not damage dealt minus 200%. So now he can basically one-shot my units. So it's dangerous now. So what can I do at this point? Well, I know he uses AoE attack, so he doesn't have the AoE for a turn. So I could get Ledin into melee range. Let's do that. So I'm going to first attack with Leon. Best. Let's activate Divine Guard. I have a gain. I'm going to hold on to it. Or I could use a gain to get Leon into melee range, as I mentioned. Or a gain on Leon. Sorry. There's so many options right now. But you know what? Let's just do this. Play it safe, I guess. Which is heal up Leon. And heal up Leon some more. Now let's see what the dragon does. He attacks Ledin. Okay, so Ledin gets one-shotted, which is fine. I need to kill the dragon in the next strike. So, I'm going to retreat. I will wait for Tiaris' skills to cool down. So let's get out of here. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's just move back with this. Sugar tile. So back up. That's the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So there's the 5 charge distance. Okay. So it's the last turn, and I'm pretty sure Leon can do over 20,000 damage here. Let's begin with attack blessing. Let's move up and use chivalry. And now let's hit him with assault. And that was enough damage to finish him off. So, it worked out by, you know, leaving that the key point I think was leaving that last gargoyle alive for Ledin to deal with, while Leon just rushed forward to hammer apart that dragon. It allowed me to apply just enough damage so that Leon could one-shot him at the very end. And, you know, ooh, and I got Peacemaker. Interesting. So I got a SSR weapon from this fight, and again, 50 Aura Column ore, always useful for buying epic martial spirits. I'm going to take a quick look at that item first, and then I'll go over my character setup, as well as the improvement that I noticed could have been made during the fight. So, first things first, let's take a look at the item, which is Peacemaker. It's for flyers and lancers, so it's not of that much use to me unless Cherry can use it. +2 attack. Before attacking, a chance to nullify enemies' passive skills. Yeah, Cherry could definitely use this, actually. It's not much good for lancers, actually, because you have to attack with it for it to apply. But I mean, Cherry could use it. I don't think it's Cherry's best weapon. I believe that's Ragnarok. But, you know, I'm still collecting weapons, so this isn't bad to use temporarily. In any case, let us go over my equipment as well as the idea that I had. So first, the idea that I had. One thing to note is I'm still using Assault. And Assault requires you to charge 3 distance to get the 60% damage boost. So it would do what, 1.6 times damage? If you had 1000 Hooves on your Leon, which I don't have unlocked yet, but if you had 1000 Hooves for 1.7 times damage, it would be definitely much easier. Other than that, the idea I personally had was I probably should have replaced Assault with Smash. And the reason for this is because Smash decreases defense by 20% for 2 turns. So this would have been a huge buff, reducing the amount of defense that the dragon had, so my attacks would do more damage. In addition, the other idea that I had was Chivalry, right? If I put my Leon 2 tiles away from the dragon, the Horror Helm had a chance of applying. Because if you're within 2 tiles and then you use Chivalry, Chivalry is considered the end of an action. So then you would have a 50% chance to decrease the defense of the enemy by 20%. Again, I couldn't use this because I had the Assault skill. So I couldn't drop the defense of the dragon. But you could drop it with Horror Helm and the Chivalry combo, the Horror Helm Chivalry combo, or you could also drop it with using Smash rather than Assault. So that would have been a definite improvement, I think, in terms of the damage output. Let's move on. Let's talk about my equipment then. Leon, his equipment still hasn't changed. Still the Last Knight and still SRs that are level 50. Assault Ring for extra attack, Horror Helm for the debuff, and Mithril Armor for some extra defense to increase his survivability. So that's Leon. Ledin has not changed either. Level 40 King's Amulet, level 40 Aeneas' Helmet, level 50 Aeneas' Armor, level 30 Oath Sword. He could tank the hits, and that's really all I wanted from Ledin at this time. So that's Leon, that's Ledin. Next is Liana. Liana still has her terrible equipment set, level 50 Blessing Staff, everything else is level 30s. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, level 50 Blessing Staff is still a lot of intelligence, it's still 71, you know, and then the Crystal Ball only gave 31, so it is the Blessing Staff that did definitely help, because it was level 50. But it's still overall considered a pretty terrible set of equipment at this time. So there was 1, 2, 3, Bozo was the next character. Bozo's equipment, I've shown in multiple videos now. Level 20 Blue Moon, level 20 Galaxy Cloak. Both of these add a bit of magic defense, so he has additional intelligence. Level 40 Ghost Mask. Ideally, this would be level 50. I just haven't gotten the hammers to upgrade it yet. Just as a quick note, if I bring up... Whoops, that's the wrong thing. And then also finally level 40 speed boots. Again, it would be nice if this was level 50, but I don't have the hammers right now. So I'm just going to bring up the forge screen quickly. You can see I just have a bunch of silver hammers and a good amount of gold hammers. But it's this, despite the number of hammers, it's still not enough to bring this up to level 50 yet. So I'm still collecting some. Which is another reason, by the way, that I'm farming the higher level dragons. Because high level dragons, in addition to having a chance of dropping SSR equipment, they also drop hammers. And they drop SSR hammers. So they're worth farming. Once you can, reach the level 50, 55 ones, it's definitely worth farming, just so you can upgrade your equipment. As long as you have the gold to do upgrades, and right now I have 12 million, 1.2 million gold. So yeah, it's definitely worth doing equipment upgrades if you have the gold, which means farming dragons. So that was Bozo's equipment set. And finally, let's cover Tiaris. Tiaris' equipment set, again, it was the set stolen from Lana. So level 50 Sage Staff to increase your intelligence, level 40 for the rest of the items. The enchant was clocks because it was a mage. It's not an equipment set for Tiaris. But the main goal of giving her this equipment set was just to increase her intelligence so that she would heal more from her miracle and from her regular heal spell. Did she heal enough? To be honest, not really. Liana was still the main healer mainly, but as a secondary healer, it was useful. So that's it for the equipment sets and my characters. Just as a quick note, Tiaris is also only level 50. And in terms of her class, she's actually pretty far behind. She only has 2 of the 4 upgrades done. So that's probably another reason why her healing was lower than it should be. But I don't have enough materials to upgrade her quite yet. It's getting there, but not enough. So yeah, that's it for Tiaris, and that's it for this video. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, everyone. Nitro out.